Okay, let's just dive right in. Look, our screens are everything to us now, right? They're our offices, our social life, our entertainment. They're basically our connection to the world. But let's be honest, they're also a huge source of our stress. If you've ever felt totally drained or just sick of the constant pings and notifications, this is for you. We're going to talk about how to get your head back above water. I'm going to take a wild guess and say the answer to that is a big yes. I mean, you're watching this, after all. And that's the whole point, isn't it? We are always on, always connected. And that very connection is the root of the problem we're going to untangle today. And it's not just a feeling, you know? Look at this number, 7 to 10 hours. That's how much time the average person is spending glued to a screen every single day. That is more time than most of us spend sleeping. Just let that sink in for a second. And here is the absolute truth of the matter. Our brains, which evolved over thousands and thousands of years in the real world, were just not designed for this constant fire hose of digital information. This mismatch, well, that's the source of that digital exhaustion that so many of us feel deep in our bones.
So that brings us to the real-world consequences of all this screen time. This isn't just about feeling a little tired. It has a real, measurable effect on our mental and physical health. Let's actually break down what that looks like.
What's so important to get here is how all these things are connected. Think about it. That constant switching from an email to a text to a social media feed and back to your work, it just burns through our cognitive energy. And that leads straight to mental fatigue, which then fuels anxiety, messes up our sleep, and just completely shrinks our attention span. It's a nasty domino effect. So how do you know if you're in the danger zone? Let's do a quick self-check. Be honest. Reaching for your phone the second you open your eyes? That mindless, endless scrolling at night? Feeling weirdly irritable when you're away from your devices? If you found yourself nodding along to even one of these, you are not alone. These aren't personal failures. They're totally normal reactions to an abnormal digital world. And the good news is, we can fix it. You know, the word detox can sound really extreme, can't it? Like you have to throw your phone in a lake and go live in a cabin for a month. But that's not what we're talking about here. It's not about rejecting these incredible tools we have. It's about reframing our relationship with them. It's a powerful act of taking back control and finding a little balance. And this slide right here, this perfectly sums up the shift we're aiming for. We want to move away from that chaotic, impulsive stuff on the left and get over to the intentional, valuable side on the right. It's literally the difference between your phone running your life and you running your phone. So let's lock this in as our working definition. A digital detox isn't about some dramatic weekend getaway. It is a constant, ongoing process of resetting your balance, taking back your focus, and choosing to use this technology on your own terms. Okay, so the theory is great, but how do we actually do this? Let's get down to the practical plan. We're going to walk through a really simple 3-part framework to get you started down the path to getting some of that mental clarity back. It all starts with these 3 simple steps. First, you've got to audit. You can't change what you don't measure. So just for one day, pay attention. Check your phone's screen time report. I promise you, the numbers might just shock you. Second, declutter. Because digital clutter creates mental clutter. Turn off all those useless notifications. Delete the apps you haven't opened in 6 months. And third, boundaries. This is where you really start to take back the power. And speaking of boundaries, here is a fantastic, super simple one you can start using literally right now. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. It's designed to fight eye strain, but what it really is a perfect little micro break for your brain. It forces you to look away and disconnect, even if it's just for 20 seconds. And here are a few more really powerful ideas. Just imagine starting your day for just 30 minutes without a screen. No news, no emails, just you and a cup of coffee. Or setting a hard digital curfew an hour before bed. No screens means no blue light messing with your sleep. These aren't huge sacrifices. They're tiny shifts that lead to massive improvements in how you feel. Now, this is so important. This isn't just about taking things away. If you create empty space by reducing screen time, you have to fill it with something meaningful. The real goal here is to replace that screen time with actual life time. You would be amazed at how much joy is waiting for you just beyond the edge of your screen. When was the last time you got lost in a physical book or just sat and enjoyed a meal with someone without a phone on the table? These are the things that truly recharge our batteries and connect us to ourselves and to each other. Now, setting rules is one thing, but making them stick, well, that requires a deeper shift. We've got to move from just following rules to actually changing our mindset. This is about rewiring your brain so that you start to crave these healthier patterns automatically. This right here, this is the core question. Before your thumb automatically taps on that social media icon, just pause for 1 second and ask, why? Why am I doing this? Am I bored? Am I avoiding something? Or am I actually looking for something useful? This simple little pause, it's incredibly powerful. And that pause is everything. It's the moment where you break that compulsive loop of habit and you replace it with a conscious choice of intention. That's how you go from being controlled by your phone to being in control of it. And you know what the best part is? You don't have to wait months to feel the results. Within a week of making these little changes, the first thing you'll probably notice is just a sense of mental calm. The constant background noise in your head just starts to quiet down. Next up, sleep. Because you're trying that digital curfew and cutting down on blue light before bed, you're going to find yourself getting much deeper, more restorative sleep. You'll actually wake up feeling rested, not just awake. And finally, focus. With fewer distractions pulling at you and with better rest, your ability to concentrate is going to get so much sharper. That mental fog that you've just been living with, it starts to lift. The payoff is real and it's fast. I want to be really clear about this. What we're talking about here is not some fleeting trend or a 30-day challenge. This is a fundamental upgrade to your quality of life. It's about building a healthier, more sustainable relationship with technology completely on your own terms. So let's call it what it is, digital discipline. It isn't some extreme all-or-nothing detox. It is simply making small, smart, consistent changes that add up over time to bring back that mental peace and clarity that I think we're all looking for. And we'll end on this thought. In this day and age, anyone can be online all the time. That's easy. That's not the skill. The real power, the real superpower, is having the wisdom and the discipline to know when to disconnect. That's the skill worth building. So, what's one small change you can make today to start building it?